People who honk in traffic jams, what are you trying to achieve? In Italy, the honk is not only a fine musical instrument, but it also helps the flow of traffic. You see, when you stop in the middle of a tight one-way road to have a shot of espresso with Gianluca the police officer, who was just driving his service Vespa in the opposite sense, before he stopped to argue with the old lady on the fourth-floor balcony, as you do, only so many people can just drive on the sidewalk to overtake you until one of the drivers meets his doctor and starts having a good, loud, passionate, and unnecessarily elongated conversation about the physical state of the sister, of the aunt, of the grandchild, of the third cousin, of the best good friend of the driver, who, from what I can hear, is quite excellent at playing the flute. And so the klaxon quickly becomes a great tool, first of all, to signal to the drivers behind to keep going straight and not merge into the road, just like a beaver would whack his tail to alert the rest of his herd of imminent danger. But, it also becomes great weaponry to deny the driver's ability to speak uninterrupted, since speaking with hands can only get you so far, contrary to common belief, therefore forcing them to kiss each other goodbye and now turn around and drive to work. The car horn is truly the cherry on the cake of Italian traffic legislation. Edit, I'm Italian AMD, I love my country. I was in Rome for 10 days and made the irresponsible decision to rent a scooter to drive around and get to Castel Gandolfo, so I got to experience this personally. As a daily motorcyclist in the US, I was not at all prepared for the honking, swerving, dodging, and mental exertion of one-day driving in Rome. My head hurt at the end, but I didn't hit anything and I had a blast. I especially miss the part where at a red light, dozens of scooters trickle to the front of the line, and when it light turns green you just hear a wall of Vespa engines taking off going vray AAA as everyone races ahead of the cars. Now I miss the two-wheel culture there, as in the US people are super unaware of motorcyclists, and even though it was chaotic in Rome, it felt like everyone was paying attention to everyone else. Oh, have I got a geese story for you. In the office park I work at, there are always tons of geese in the spring/summer. Last summer there was a couple, I'm gonna pretend they were a husband and wife goose. Anyways, they're crossing the road so traffic stops. They took their time, and when they finally made it to my lane, the guy next to me lays on the horn and yells FNCKU to the geese as he speeds off. The male goose just straight up stares at me with this bewildered look to say he knows I'm a FNCKING goose, right? K's verbs. Those geese. They are a delight. I have many for you. I'm a wildlife rehabber. One of the best ways to raise orphaned baby Canada goslings is to wild foster them. That means finding a family with babies the same age, and literally slip them an extra baby. They will accept it. I did it about 5 times last summer. You find the target family of mom, dad, and babies on the ground, not the water. Then you take the orphan out of the box and he starts yelling peep 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 peep. The adult geese look at you like, are you $& crazy, human? Put that baby goose down right now. Hiss. Hiss. So you put the baby on the ground and he runs to the family, and they run to him and scoop him up. Then the family is on their way, with the adults seemingly saying to each other, did you see that human? What a nerve. She had one of our babies in her hands. Thankfully she gave it back, or I would have kicked her ass. And they waddle off. Well then. I was driving at night, in the rain, down a country road. Probably doing 30 to 40 miles per hour. Suddenly I see something in the road in front of me. I do a full-on emergency stop. No thought involved beyond F***, stop. As you've probably guessed by now, there in my headlights, looking back at me, was a F***ing goose. Never batted an eye. I had to literally pull round him to continue. I mean, I guess in reality he was frozen in fright, but it certainly felt like he was asking me, what the F*** do you think you are doing on my road? In May 1970 the US Air Force, scared by Russia's air capabilities, approached aerospace contractors Northrop and Fairchild Republic with a 30mm cannon and asked them to make it fly. What was born of it was the legendary A-10 Warthog, the tank killer and a symbol of US air superiority for years to come. In a similar but unrelated fashion, at some point in the 1900s someone approached automobile manufacturer General Motors with a horn and asked them to make it drive. What came out of this incident is the far less intense, although quite loud, Buick. I used to think that way, but there are exceptions. I was in the second car stopped at a traffic light and the intersection was posted for no left turn. Sure enough, the first car signals for a left turn when the light turned green. My friend who was driving just laid on the horn for a good 30 seconds or more until they finally gave up and went straight. I was one that was always too polite to use my horn much and said, "Holy shit, I can't believe you did that." He said that was illegal and they were fucking up traffic for the rest of us. He was right, that car probably would have been the only car through when the light turned yellow. So little beeps are for reminding others to pay attention or be careful. Big obnoxious honks are reserved for blatant acts of selfish or stupid.